Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Do not try to seem wise to others. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor life on a single hope. Preach not to others what they should eat, but eat as becomes you and be silent. If you would be a reader, read. If a writer, write. What really frightens and dismays us is not external events themselves, but the way in which we think about them. It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. You become what you give your attention to. Events do not just happen, but arrive by appointment. It is better to die of hunger having lived without grief and fear, than to live with a troubled spirit amid abundance. Either God wants to abolish evil and cannot, or he can but does not want to. Men are not afraid of things, but of how they view them. An ignorant person is inclined to blame others for his own misfortune. To blame oneself is proof of progress, but the wise man never has to blame another or himself. Your happiness depends on three things, all of which are within your power: your will, your ideas, concerning the events in which you are involved, and the use you make of your ideas. On the occasion of every accident that befalls you, remember to turn to yourself and inquire what power you have for turning it to use. Control thy passions, lest they take vengeance on thee. If any be unhappy, let him remember that he is unhappy by reason of himself alone, for God hath made all men to enjoy felicity and constancy of good. It is more necessary for the soul to be cured than the body, for it is better to die than to live badly. There is but one way to tranquility of mind and happiness, and that is to account no external things thine own, but to commit all to God. It is better to do wrong seldom and to own it, and to act right for the most part, than seldom to admit that you have done wrong and to do wrong often. Imagine for yourself a character, a model personality, whose example you determine to follow in private as well as in public. Whoever is going to listen to the philosophers needs a considerable practice in listening. If you wish to be good, first believe that you are bad. Do not try to seem wise to others. If you want to live a wise life, live it on your own terms and in your own eyes. Don't live by your own rules, but in harmony with nature. We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. What concerns me is not the way things are, but the way people think things are. God save me from fools with a little philosophy. No one is more difficult to reach. If they are wise, do not quarrel with them. If they are fools, ignore them. If you seek truth, you will not seek to gain a victory by every possible means, and when you have found truth, you need not fear being defeated. Who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. Don't put your purpose in one place and expect to see progress made somewhere else. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. So, what oppresses and scares us? It is our own thoughts, obviously. What overwhelms people when they are about to leave friends, family, old haunts, and their accustomed way of life? Thoughts. Those who are well constituted in the body endure both heat and cold, and so those who are well constituted in the soul endure both anger and grief and excessive joy and the other effects. A city is not adorned by external things, but by the virtue of those who dwell in it. Very little is needed for everything to be upset and ruined, only a slight lapse in reason. Everyone's life is a warfare, and that long and various. There is no shame in making an honest effort. For it is not death or pain that is to be feared, but the fear of pain or death. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would have not mentioned these alone." It's not a pity that a person was born or died, that he lost his money at home. All his property does not belong to him, but it's a pity if a person loses his true property or his dignity. No great thing is created suddenly any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. You are a little soul carrying around the corpse. In banquets, remember that you entertain two guests, body and soul, and whatever you shall have given to the body you soon eject, but what you shall have given to the soul you keep always. Know you not that a good man does nothing for appearance sake, but for the sake of having done right? If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Difficulty shows what men are. No man is free who is not a master of himself. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at.